draining, it can be financially draining. You don't marry someone thinking you're going to divorce, but if it comes to that point, then I encourage you to talk to John Schmidt. He's an attorney, law offices of John Schmidt, and he rejoins me now. He's also my friend. Good to see you, John.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Always good to see you. Always good to see you, man. Yeah, we were talking about the new look, the new haircut, man.
Yeah.
How's it going over?
It's good. You know, last week, so during the show, got a phone call from a lady. Said the new look is working for me.
Oh, good.
So,
that's nice.
I'm not sure that this is meant to be like Tinder or eHarmony or whatever,
but it's working out that way.
Apparently, this has some side effects.
It's not a bad ancillary benefit of being on TV. It worked for you.
Yeah, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. Yeah.
You're single.
I dated an incredibly wonderful woman, and that didn't work out, but she's amazing, and I'm
there
good.
You go.
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good being single. I'm good.
Well, you led me into something here, and I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I think sometimes it's important if you're talking about a certain topic, someone who has been there, you don't mind stating the fact that you've been divorced before, and you say, I
Twice.
think, but you understand it because
good attorney, bad husband. I'll tell you, I don't know what to do with that. Yeah,
it's emotional, and there are things that if you're, it's one thing if you're in court for something, let's say, I don't know, some kind of contractual disagreement. Okay,
right.
that's now it's coming down to signatures and the bottom line. Divorce is different, and I do think it's important that you're with someone who does care, because you and I were chatting and we were talking about people and friends of ours getting a divorce, and you said, hey, if I can save it, if they want to do that, if they want to work on it, then I'll support that. But if it's come to that point, you're in to look out for and be their voice.
Right. They come see me for a reason, and usually by the time they come to see me, they've already checked out, made the decision, and so. But if they walk in and they express, some hesitation, I think it's really important to make sure that you explore that and you've done everything you can. You've answered all the questions you have before you make that decision, because what you don't want to do is come out the other side with regrets. And so yeah, and there's a great next level group of people at on-site workshops down outside Nashville, Tennessee, and I've actually been there just to do the work,
which involves self-care, which a lot of attorneys don't want to talk about. It's like, look, this is not going to be easy, and most people realize that. But you also are, you can help navigate that part as well.
Yeah.
Let's talk about things you need.
Sure.
Okay, so obviously, if you're getting a divorce, you have come to that point. Let's assume, okay, we're past that. Okay, tax returns, mortgages, second mortgages, credit cards, loans, all of that stuff. This is stuff that, get ready, right?
Yeah, so financial documents are important because we have to do a financial disclosure to the court. Court can't approve a settlement until it finds that it's not unconscionable, and the court can't determine that it's not unconscionable until it sees what the financial picture is and can make that assessment. So we have to do a complete financial disclosure to the court, and so it can be acknowledged. So, for example, if one spouse files their disclosure, the other spouse goes, that's right. Well, we can acknowledge that. So that'll save some time and effort. But if not, then we need to put together one, and it needs to be as detailed and accurate as possible so the court can make that assessment.
And for those who have children, I think it's important, because you're family law, custody issues, you handle those as well. And you're not divorcing the kids. So that's something that's also near and dear to your heart. If you have children, you want to make sure that they're taken care of as well.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, 100%. It's not their fault. It's, and the kids frequently internalize that and think it is their fault. So divorce is, an issue between the adults, and the kids don't cause it, but they do love their mom and they do love their dad, and they love them equally. And I had a foster brother who came from a terrible set of circumstances, and he loved his parents no matter what, and it was a horrible set of conditions, but he always loved his mom and dad. So, I mean, it's just going to be the case. So you have to love your kids more than you hate your spouse, and the kids have to really be at the heart of it, and you have to make good choices for the kids. So, yeah, I do care about the kids.
All right, let's talk about the two scenarios. And I find it interesting, you were telling me there's a lot of times when you have a client who calls you, or a potential client, fits there, and they say, okay, this is uncontested, it's going to be very smooth. Okay, that may be a one-sided statement, correct?
Yeah, that's right, right. So we've had people call and go, it's uncontested. I know exactly what I want. And
Well, that's nice.
That's not uncontested. So uncontested is you've talked to your spouse. I mean, you talked, right? Hey, John, we have this, we have that. You know, this is how we're going to divide this. Is how we're
By the way, I'm not divorcing you.
We're not divorcing each other.
We're good. We're good.
We're good. We're solid. And so, yeah. So, you know, you've talked and you've come to an agreement and you know what you want.
And it's not contentious, and everybody's like, hey, I'm being reasonable, you're being reasonable, and it's not emotional.
It's not, well, you know,
Decisions.
I've had people cry, right? And it's okay to be emotional. You know, it's an emotional thing.
But I'm saying when you're dividing things up, it's important to take emotion out of it and be reasonable.
It is. It's important to be fair to each other. And there's one attorney, because if you have two attorneys, the other attorney's got to justify their existence. It's going to take more time than I can predict, and so I can't give you the uncontested price. But if it's truly you know what you're going to do, you've discussed it, you got everything worked out, you come in and see me. Well, we can do it for $1,300.
No, $1,300. That's it.
That's it.
So a lot of people think I'm going to spend tens of thousands of dollars. No. Not if it's uncontested.
Only if you fight.
And you're willing to let them pay for the fight.
They can, yeah, they want to pay for the fight. They can pay for the fight. It's a free world. They can do it. But, you know, I encourage them to be as mature about it as possible. So, you know, there might be deeds included that they're needed. Those are extra. There might be qualified domestic relations orders or QDROs. Those are extra. There are 3 people in town that really do them well: Charlie Mears, Bonnie Baker, and Stovall. So, you know, those 3 people really do those well.
They do what well?
The qualified domestic relations orders.
Oh, okay.
So we send them over to one of those 3 people, and we let them choose. And they do a really good job on getting that together. It's a specialized thing. Ford's pretty persnickety about their qualified domestic relations orders. So it's kind of a technical area, and these 3 people kind of focus on it.
So if you're interested in keeping attorney prices down, John will certainly help you with that, and he's all for that. But I had to laugh one time. You told me a story about a guy who said, look, I'm going to get everything I want, and I've got deep pockets, and I'm going to fight. And he paid for the fight.
He paid for the fight.
He said
100%.
He said, I'm going to get my way, and if
100%.
not, she's going to have to sit in court forever, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, that guy had a little bit of a, let's just say something. He had an edge. He had an issue, and I don't think he was quite over it. If you've got that kind of venom.
Yeah. Well, and that happens sometimes, and you know, and that's fine. We take our clients where we find them, and we help them get to a better place, I hope, and we try to get results as quickly and cost effectively as possible, and protect our clients. You know, so I mean, today, just before we got here, an attorney called and said, hey, I'm in on the case, and we agreed to go to mediation, and the case has just been filed. Actually, that happened twice today. So, so we're able, when working with other pros, to really preserve the assets as much as possible for people, because, you know, if you have $100,000 and you're going to pay the attorneys half that, right? I mean, you're going to have less to split. So why not preserve your assets and have more?
I agree with you.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong, though. I'll take your money if you want to pay me to fight, but
you'll also advise them differently.
But yeah, let's try to be smart about it.
Yeah. All right. Again, John Schmidt, the law offices of John Schmidt. There's the information. So any kind of family law issues that you have, as I said, when I say he's an attorney who cares, it is because I do know John, and I know it is genuine. And when you come into an office in a difficult situation, your emotions are involved. And don't get me wrong, he's going to protect you. That's important. Your voice is important, but he also understands that this is not simple. So, John, thank you again for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend.
Family Law Friday, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Stick around for some birthday cake.
Oh, good. Okay.
We're celebrating Josh's birthday
We
today.
got the porch here doing the.
That's right. We got Chef Sean Broadway. Thank you for the little